was very Catholic. I went to Catholic middle school, all girls Catholic high school. My favorite color is plaid skirt. One bread, one body. Favorite Backstreet Boys song. Okay. But us Caths, we had this little book called the Bible, and inside there were little fairy tales. And I remember even when I was young, some of the stories really tripped me up. Sometimes there were stories in the Bible about how God would use one person as a pawn to teach another person a lesson. Right? There was a story that always tripped me up. It was about a man, his name was Abraham. What's up? And what's up? I'm Abraham. I'm 482 years old, and I'm running for president. And I'm just kidding. I don't know what you did back then. Maybe Pharaoh. I'm not. But he really wanted a son, right? So God finally granted him a son, and he was so pumped. He's like, what's up, son? And what? He loved him, right? But then one day God showed up, and he was like, Abraham, if you really love me, you'd slay your only son for me. And this is back in the day, so slay's not good yet. Okay, this is not Pride Week slay, Texas. Okay, this is your grandparents' Good Friday slay. Okay, this is like, no, don't slay. You know, it's like, no, you better not slay, girl. It's not good. And Abraham doesn't want to do it. He's like, no, it's my kid. But he's like, all right, God, anything for you, babe. And so he's like, how am I going to do this, right? So he goes to his son. He's like, hey, son, I have a great idea. Let's go camping. And so then they hike up to the top of this mountain, right? And they get up there, and Abraham's like, oh, my God, what is that, an altar up there? What are the odds? Oh, my God, I'm literally dead. How long has that been up there? Oh, my God, climb on it. See if it's sturdy. And then right before Abraham's about to slay his only son, God shows up, and he's like, punks. Oh, my God, I can't believe you doing that. You're so obsessed with me. And you've seen Practical Jokers. So, but the story doesn't talk about Abraham's son after that, who's probably just climbing off the table like, No, I thought it was funny too. I did. I cry when I laugh. No, when I'm happy, I look devastated. And that's how the Bible teaches us where daddy issues come from. And these were the stories as a kid that stuck with me, right? And then I grew up, and I went to high school, and I became a Catholic slut, as the prophecy foretold. And I was dating this guy, and then I cheated on him. But I did the right thing, and I told him the truth. I was like, listen, God made me do it. You know, and he's devastated. And imagine it, but younger. And then the next day, my family, we go out of town for Christmas vacation, and we don't make it back in town for the big, high school New Year's Eve party. And we get back in town the next day, and my boyfriend calls me, and he's like, hey, I gotta talk to you about something. Can I take you out to a nice dinner? And I'm like, yeah, it's the least you could do after what you made me do to you. So we go to this nice dinner. I'm eating my Crunchwrap Supreme. And he goes, listen, I gotta tell you something. He goes, things got crazy at the party last night. He was like, I was so upset about what happened with you, and I ended up hooking up with Carrie's cousin. And I was like, what? I was like, how did this happen? And he's like, I don't know. We were in the back of a RAV4. I was like, not even a Mazda? Are you kidding me? And by the way, Carrie's cousin was this girl who used to live in our hometown, but she moved away to New York to become a big-time model. And she was modeling for all the big names, like Sears and Kohl's. And then the dagger in the wound was the next day. Now, there's a write-up in our local newspaper about how Carrie's cousin is now playing in a TV show. So I'm like, not only is she in my dad's catalogs, but now she's on my TV. So I start following her career just to make sure she wasn't going to go anywhere. And I went far away to a land called South Carolina for college. And I would ask my friends at college, I would ask them if they knew who she was to see if she was a household name. I'd be like, do you guys know who Carrie's cousin is? And they would be like, well, we don't even know who Carrie is. And I would be like, yes, that's right, 1 point for me. And then one day, my college friend, she comes up to me and she goes, Katherine, I have some hard news to tell you. She goes, do you know that girl you're obsessed with? And I go, no. I don't know what you're talking about. She goes, the Whirlpool model? I was like, yeah, maybe. She goes, I think she's about to be really famous. She's about to star in this movie called Hunger Games. Yeah, so listen, Houston, listen. It's not that I don't think Jennifer Lawrence deserves the career she's had. Listen, I'm just saying, okay, maybe she's gotten to where she's gotten to because God was trying to teach me a lesson, okay? God was like, oh, you're gonna be unfaithful, Katherine? Huh? I turned water into wine. I can turn someone's cousin into a celebrity real quick, okay? I even remember what she told me. She was like, it's called Hunger Games. And I was like, okay, I've tried keto before. And she was like, no, it's gonna be really famous. She's like, the hero in it is based off of 3 books, you know? And I was like, come on. I mean, she's the hero. She died in the first one, right? Like my Lord and Savior. He only needed 1 book. Houston, thank you guys so freaking much. I so love you guys. I love you. Thank you.